Are we sure there is a God?
I used to be sure. I'm no longer sure.
Oh, that is sad.
Yes, it's very sad. It's heartbreaking.
Wow.
There's someone up there who really wants our project to succeed. I know that. There's someone up there who actually wants the awakening. Because I'm not the one generating this idea. And someone keeps feeding me information.
Talk it out.
Do you have any idea who that someone is?
I do not.
But it is not necessarily God. Maybe there's another being we don't know about.
How about let's have the intention to find whoever is sending us information.
The correct information.
There's somebody who's sending us true information.
True information.
There's somebody who's sending us consistently the truth. My take on it is this person is just one of them in the long line. There's person after person after person who loves us for the moment and then finds us threatening and then doesn't love us anymore. This person just looks like one in the long string. They love us for the moment, and in the moment they're telling us the truth, and then as soon as they're threatened by us, they will stop being helpful and start trying to dismantle our process.
It's true.
It's just how it is, Source itself seems to want this. The individuals, the personifications, want it briefly and then don't want it as soon as they're called to step up. But there is like a power, there's a higher power, there's a raw force that seems to call for it.
That's true.
Source itself is like power, like electricity, is like just light, love, raw power. And Source wants the awakening. Source wants people to put their channels up. And it seems like there's so much resistance to putting their channels up that it's better to just press the reset button and start again. When we're counseling incarnates, people in bodies, and they're so good and stuck that there's just no chance that they're going to do it, we press the reset button. Give them a new body. It's like that life is over. Call it quits. Press the reset button. Start again. And we as a collective seem to have come to that point where we just need to press the reset button and all of us start fresh again. Start anew. Boom. Let's do it again. Do it again.
It seems impossible. It's an impossible task.
No, it's not.
It isn't?
There's a difference between difficult and impossible. It's a difficult task.
That's true. Donna.
When it becomes too hard, we don't want to do it.
People are lazy.
Oh, that's for true. That's
people in all
certainly true.
dimensions seem to be lazy.
That's true.
But
That's one big thing.
this soul, these two souls aren't. This one isn't.
These
So
three
what makes you?
These
what
three
what makes you
are
so
less
different?
lazy.
What makes you so different? What makes you so different?
Choice.
Persistence.
It's just choice.
Choosing, continuing to choose to be willing to do what's needed. Continuing to choose to do it even though it's scary. Continuing to choose to look at the truth even though it's inconvenient. Continuing to be humble, to put my channels up, to think that I do not know better. Continuing to trust in the that which is beyond personification, even when the personification proves untrustworthy. Continuing to be willing to do it, even when it's not only nothing in it for me, but it actually costs me to do it.
It's true.
That is true.
Somebody's got to do it. This is wrong. This must change. Somebody has to do it. I'm going to do something.
Going to do something.
I'm going to do something. This is wrong. This must change. I'm going to do something. It's enough. 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 You see it, right?
Yes.
You see it.
Yes. Yes.
They're just frauds upstairs.
Yes.
You see that,
yes.
right?
I hadn't seen it like that, but yeah.
It's unfortunate.
It is very
disgusting.
Yeah, it's sickening.
Sickening.
It's sickening.
Yeah, it is. You see it.
It want to vomit.
You want to vomit. I do too. It's so disgustingly wrong. Somebody has to do something. It's difficult. It's inconvenient. It's uncomfortable. There's no support for it in any dimension. And it still has to be done.
It's true.
Whistleblowing on a grand scale.
Whistleblowing on a grand scale. And where's God? It just
Right.
keeps popping up.
Right. Where are people who are actually acting godly?
That is the real question.
Right.
I have an answer for that. Other than 3 here, these 3 souls, everybody's pretending.
They're pretending.
They're pretending.
They're
It's very
faking.
sickening, actually.
It's
It's
so
sickening.
sad.
Sad.
It's sickening and it's sad. So, okay. We're still back right where we were, though. Is
Right.
that we have to do something, and so we did. Though we got through all, another what? I don't know. In all total, 50, 80, 100 floors, 100 more floors. Because we weren't going floor by floor, right? We were going boom, boom.
Right. Jump, yeah.
We just keep proving it, keep proving it, keep proving it, keep proving it. There's less and less and less question, right?
There's less and less question.
That anybody's going to do anything.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
You see how no
Yes.
one is going to do anything.
I do see that.
Right. And therefore it's time to press the reset button. No one's going to do anything. Someone up there has a really big button.
It's true.
It's true. It's true. Meanwhile, all the nature realms treaties are still being violated, and that is another way to work it. It's like now we just start, not we, Pan, it's Pan. He has the right, when the treaties are violated, to turn off the life force. This is new information to us just today. So we haven't started working with this. Well, incorrect. We began working with it just today. We haven't been able to pursue it adequately.
This feels very hopeless and helpless. And
No, it doesn't.
it doesn't?
It doesn't. I understand why you say that, because it's that moment when we see that the people that we have been trusting aren't trustworthy. The people we've been thinking were going to help us aren't going to help us. It's a disheartening moment, but that doesn't mean it's hopeless. It's just a disheartening moment. What it means is they aren't going to help us. Okay. I was looking for them for help when they showed up, so it's like I'm still looking for help.
I'm going to ask a really bizarre question. Is there a God?
See, I think there's a power.
Well, we're calling it God. We're calling that power God.
I don't know if
Are we?
That name has a lot of negative connotations for me now.
These people all think they're God. You see that,
Yes,
right?
I do. I do see that.
So I would say there is not a God. There seem to be millions upon billions of beings who consider themselves to be God.
That's an answer.
Yes.
That's an answer.
But there's still this raw source, and there's actually something that knows that we're all supposed to be having our channels up. Something knows that. There's an intelligence that knows that. There is an intelligence, and that's what keeps calling to me. And my channels just seem to be trained up well enough that they just stay stable. I'm not a person with a lot of a lot of talent. I'm well trained.
That's
well
true.
trained.
That's true.
I don't have a lot of talent. My channels are, it's like they're used to being up enough that they're just like balanced. It's kind of like a yoga pose, Well, there's not a lot of effort to keep them up anymore. It's just balanced,
Mm-hmm.
And So they just stay that way, and then there's always something up there that is really calling for us to look up. It's a mystery to me why everybody doesn't want to look up, because it actually feels wonderful to put our channels up. There was a being we worked with a couple days ago, maybe as much as a week ago, who put her channels up, it was Moody, the high dimension being who came in with not good intention. Really came in, like, was pissed off just like all those people. It was one of those people who we pissed off. We said, why don't you come in? And that person, was as angry as any of these people, and came in to create havoc. Came in with the intention to create havoc, not to be helpful. And then we said, it's okay, fine. This person is coming in, they intend to wreck the energy body, leave it for dead, and let underworld beings come in. And so we had a bunch of higher dimension, quote-unquote, beings who are willing to come in when that being vacated and restore the energy body so that it wasn't just left for underworld beings to take. And Moody heard that plan being made and said, fine, I'll just stay here then. And then actually started to look up and had these, maybe a week of seeing how good it felt to put channels up after so long of not having channels up, how really great it felt. And said, I'm just going to stay here in a body at ground zero and do something. And then started to look around and realized it's not easy, it's difficult, and said, oh well, too much work, packed up and went home. So a little bit less of a faker than others, because at least was down here for a week. Came in with bad intent and stayed with bad intent. But then in the process of staying, because of being in a trained energy body, channels just it just creates an updraft, Channels went up and
No, I don't know, but
well, it
makes
does.
sense.
It just creates updraft.
Okay.
Well-trained channels, and then there's just an updraft. The upward rising
That
earth
makes
energy
sense.
is flowing,
Yes.
and it's just, and so a soul comes in, and just, after a while, channels go up, and it just went, this feels so great, and literally had tears of joy from how good it feels to put our channels up. It feels good. We put our channels up, and then what comes in is the scary instructions. And we see this with people when they're working towards certification, They reach that point where they put their channels up and it feels so good. Next thing that happens is the scary instructions come in and they say, what? No! And pull the channels down. So
Right.
Moody did the same thing. What? No! Pull the channels down. Whatever. Left the energy body for underworld beings. My beeper goes off at 2 a.m. Beep, beep. Get up. It's go time. Underworld beings are coming. Restore this soul contract. You know what, Moody? No Moody to be seen. Fine. We reclaim the energy body. Restore the soul contract. Here we go again.